I don't wanna hurt nobody, but there is something that I must confess. Somebody make some mother. Hey, y'all motherfuckers don't know it's my motherfucking birthday, and I don't give a what's going on tonight. Happy birthday! Y'all are so crazy. I've read a lot of comments about me, and little do they know I was behind the whole operation, not knowing that I've made millions of dollars off of your opinion. Let me tell you how I made this money. First off, I actually got a call from one of my good business buddies, Arnold Collabor. He liked that dark coffee. He called me and told me it was my time. He said, I'm about to get you millions of dollars. And I was all ears because there's money involved. He said, we're going to put this out on Lifetime. A series of allegations against me, which the world already know. So immediately I got on the phone with all the women that I used to talk to back then that was good friends of mine. And I told them, I said, this is our chance to make millions of dollars. I even paid my ex-wife off to be a part of this. So stop. I finessed you.
Yo, what's good, people? We back. Had to come through, man, because, you know, Future was right, man. You know, all this R. Kelly talk just makes him way more relevant and selling more albums than he did the day before. Which I'm not mad at people. If you want to appreciate his music, then you can appreciate it. It's just funny when I'm listening to Fiesta the other day, right? And the nigga was like, takes 3, honey, just to make me feel reside. I was like, yo, this nigga told us. This nigga told us he like takes 3. You know what I'm saying? He got a number of them. So, listen, if you want to enjoy it, enjoy the music. But because this nigga is in the club last night, you know what I'm saying? Like, singing, popping bottles, everybody yelling, got the cameras out recording and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's in Chicago. So, a lot of this is fake outrage, and I don't want to be a part of that. But some of the main cohorts, the main agents of this fake outrage, they pushing it the hardest, the most, is the Breakfast Club, man. Specifically Charlamagne. But now it's past just Charlamagne. He ain't there. They know that he got sex shit on his jacket, so he can't speak up too much. So now Envy is out here speaking up, and you know what I'm saying, Angela Yee, but she always, that's her thing, you know what I'm saying? But you know, so it's just like, wow, fucking these niggas are going super hard. They going super hard on R. Kelly, but I just think that it's kind of a hypocrisy or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really want to hear Charlamagne talking about women's rights. I don't want to hear Charlamagne talking about abuse victims. DJ Envy, I don't want to hear from you either, because I know that you're just you're a pawn. You're just a puppet. You say whatever it is going to get you paid. You know what I'm saying? You one of them niggas. So I don't want to hear it from you either. You know what I'm saying? I heard Joe Budden's on his show the other day, yesterday, and he got to go hard explaining why he is eligible to speak on this, because, you know, the whole thing about him beating girls up and stuff and going wild and kidnapping hoes and hiding out in their closet, you know what I'm saying, doing some real Black Panther shit. People didn't want to hear from him either. I don't want to hear from him. Don't want to hear from him. But, you know, because there are eligible people who can speak on this whole abuse shit, and you know that they're like authentic, 100% authentic, and because there were black girls and black women abused last night. Called the police reports filed all across the country, right? These niggas ain't talking about that. They don't give a fuck about that. They just they propping up a black nigga to lynch me, be like, oh, this is for y'all, this is for the black girls. But the black girls still getting, you know, fucking massacred inside the household, in certain ones, you know what I'm saying? But I want to get into a couple of different clips just to show the hypocrisy and who should we really listen to on this shit and where should we really stand on this. You know what I'm saying? Because anything that you see that's plastered everywhere, just know that you can't trust that shit. So I'm gonna bring this clip up. Hold on. Now this is an older clip from a couple of months ago, or a month ago, whatever, a couple of weeks ago. And the Breakfast Club was reacting to the Jada Pinkett show where she talked about she knew when Jaden Smith lost his virginity. And we don't know whether that means to a girl, to a man, whatever. We don't know about them niggas. But this is what she was speaking on, and let's just hear their reactions.
Can't lie. Yeah. Let me smell your finger, Jaden. That's what she wanted to say. My goodness. I don't want to know, but I got a house full of girls, so I don't want to know, okay? I don't want to see nobody walking different, nobody walking funny. Oh, man. In fact, as soon as I see that, I'm going to sleep.
He's like, Daddy, he put it on me. I can't even walk right.
Oh, stop it.
I feel like I've been riding a horse.
Nope. Nope.
You see, it's like these jokes, I guess they have that chemistry and the rapport amongst themselves, but they are on the radio. And Angela Yee making that joke, if I had a female friend making that joke about my daughter and shit like that, I'd be mad as fuck. I'd be like, shut the fuck up. It wouldn't be real and shit like that. But, you know, be like, yo, shut up. Don't ever say no shit like that again. That's not even a joke. You know what I'm saying? But we talking of these guys, Charlamagne and Envy are talking about their daughters and how they wouldn't want to find out if they lost their virginity, and Angela Yee comes in with the jokes and everything. So
you know what I'm saying? Nope.
Do I look bow-legged?
No. Wow. No. Go get the strap. Nope. No. Why you want to get the strap for? Just mess with you.
Wow, Envy. Sounds like what goes on in your home.
Your daughter already got breasts.
You see, like, what's going on? This is going overboard here. Where talking about get the straps. When this is a guy who they made a whole day of making a joke, I guess, I hope it was, out of DJ Envy and the dildo. I don't know what it was, but it was just like, I didn't click on any of them links. I just seen the screenshots. But that's what they like to do up there. That's the jokes that they have. I guess they have that rapport. And Charlamagne talking to DJ Envy. Yo, Envy, I don't know what you laughing at. Your daughter already got breasts. That's something I never want to hear from a coworker of mine. That's something that I never want to hear from any man that I bring into my home or that I let meet my family. And you're saying, oh, your daughter already has breasts. Like, come on. Like, at a certain point, you got to know how to word things and put things out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck how cool we are, nigga. Don't say ever think about saying anything about my daughter and breast. You know what I'm saying? Why are you monitoring the growth? That right there is a small sign. But if you just dig a little deeper, just ask a question after the question, you can come to an understanding. Like, yo, fam, the fuck are you talking about? My daughter already got what you said. What the fuck you mean? What you been looking, nigga? How long you been fucking looking? How long you been monitoring this? Let me see your notepad.
You sit over there and laugh and giggle, Envy.
Why are you looking
at my daughter's breasts?
Okay, let me move on. Let's talk about R. Kelly.
Wow. Now, okay, so Envy did have the wherewithal to at least try and get it out there. I don't know if he was serious or not. Why are you looking at my daughter's breast? And Charlamagne, yo, she got him. And it's just like, yo, man, if I was Envy and that daughter, we know that Charlamagne is the guy that we're never going around. And like, Envy knows that, listen, I can never bring my daughter around Charlamagne again.
Okay.
I hate you. Why is he doing this today, man? He messing with us.
So, R. Kelly's ex-wife, Andrea Kelly, was on Sister Circle, and this is her first time talking about her situation because she was married to R. Kelly from 1996 to 2009, and she did reveal that she was also physically assaulted by R. Kelly. Listen to this.
And I actually climbed up on the balcony, and
So she got with him when that R album dropped. So you like, you know what I'm saying? She got with R. Kelly at the top of the game. Like when that double disc joint that came out. Now, if anybody says that is not, without a doubt, the greatest R&B album ever made, then you're letting this sex cult shit get into your brain. Because that album, I'm like, it's so hard to even find, like, the name of the album is just R. You know what I'm saying? R. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's when you was, like, you know what I'm saying? That's the status he was on, where he could drop a double album with one letter as the title. You know what I'm saying? So that's when the ex-wife got with him. So we gotta remember this also. This wasn't no day one girl that was with him when he was trying out to be in the 5 Heartbeats.
I had one foot propped against the wall, and my other foot I climbed up on the ledge. And I remember looking down, and it's almost like God was able to let me see in the future. And I saw my body laying in blood, and I saw the ambulance come, and I saw.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been a good idea. That would not have been a good idea. That would have been dumb. And you should be crying, like, those should be tears of joy that you're crying about that you didn't make that dumb decision.
The housekeeping come out, and they were pointing up, and they said she jumped from up there. And then I remember my baby's voice in the background going, Mama, why did Mama jump? Why did Mama leave us? And I remember jumping down. And I said, okay, God, you have to give me an answer today.
She goes on to talk about how she got a message from God that actually helped her leave her situation and realize that she was a victim of domestic violence.
God said, keep scrolling.
Now, I want to apologize to all the girls who actually were victims of domestic violence, because, I think, well, for anyone, I'm not a woman. I'm not in a domestic violence situation. So, but I would think that, but when the nigga, like, it, like, exerts his power and some shit, like, picks you up, body slam you, throw you against the wall, back slap you, that right there will let you know that you are in a domestic violence relationship. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not judging right there off of what you're doing about it, but you should know that, yes, you are in a domestic violence relationship. And if you are one of those girls who that like to just punch niggas and fight, and, like, you know what I'm saying, just throw your hands and stuff like that, that's because that's just how you were raised and stuff. Like, you weren't raised to keep your hands to yourself, and then you end up getting into fights with your other partner, with your partner or whatever. That is a domestic violence relationship, no matter the lengths of it and stuff like that. But I'm just saying that because this woman was about to commit suicide, and then she realized she was in a domestic violence relationship. No, I'm sorry, that don't make sense. She realized she was in a domestic violence relationship years later, and then thought about committing suicide. So, yeah, I just think that if the sooner you realize, the safer you will be.
So I kept scrolling. And at the end of the domestic violence awareness website, there was a questionnaire, and there was 17 questions. And they asked you, has your abuser ever done? And of the 17, Robert had done 15 to me.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because it's hard when you're hearing a woman cry like that and expressing stuff, but then you think about it, when you try to use your logical mind, because women most of the time are like the opposite of logic. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's logic and then there's women. So the logical thing is just like, damn, well, you were with him, it said, what, for 96 to 09? That's 13 years. And that seems like a lengthy time to get an understanding of what you're involved in. You know what I'm saying?
This man is still just walking around like nothing.
R. Kelly's trash. It's like I can't even exert any more energy telling y'all how trash R. Kelly is. I've been saying R. Kelly is trash for years.
Now,
okay?
Also on the Sister Circle show was Jocelyn Savage's parents. That's the woman that they believe their daughter's being held captive by R. Kelly, and they spoke out as well. And actually, Andrea went and sat and spoke to them and gave them advice. And here's what they had to say about R. Kelly and the STDs. They are saying that.
Now, a couple things. So you see how Charlamagne, I've been telling you for how long, R. Kelly is trash. I've been telling y'all about this nigga. Like, fam, relax. You're not the one to say it. You were just up here talking about your co-worker's daughter's breast. All right, so you know what I'm saying. You can't blur that line. That's a line that can't really be blurred. And Charlamagne, he likes to walk that line a lot, but the girl Jocelyn Savage parents. The parents are, from what I'm learning and what I'm hearing, reading, the parents of Jocelyn Savage are pretty much the ones responsible for this whole thing. I won't give them that much power, or that much, credit. But when that press conference happened, it was Jocelyn Savage's father that was feeding that other girl, Ashton McGee, that was up there feeding her the words to say, you know what I'm saying, and speaking up for her and everything. Like, so they're the ones that's like at the front of this movement. It's the one that's holding R. Kelly down. Her parents. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they probably signed it off to R. Kelly like, yo, you gonna give her back to us when she 18, right? You gonna sign her back over? And she turned 18 and she was like, fuck it, I'm staying. And now they mad. That's pretty much what is going on. You know what I'm saying?
That he gave their daughter.
The reason why I think my daughter's being held against her will because my daughter is sick now. And she was given that disease by R. Kelly because I took her to the doctor and found out that she had chlamydia. And when I found out she had chlamydia, I was waiting for other tests to come back. And eventually her roommate told us that Jocelyn was suffering from herpes because she was a nursing student and she was treating Jocelyn.
So hold on, did she have herpes and chlamydia at the same time? Just the whole buffet of STDs?
I mean, herpes doesn't go away. So if she had that and she had chlamydia as well, chlamydia can be treated, herpes.
Now, this is the disgusting part of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're one, oh man, he had all these girls in the house. They were trapped. I'm like, listen, like, not saying forget all that, but when it comes down to giving people diseases that they can't get rid of, that right there is where the flag is on the play. Automatic, just put them on the goal line. You don't even, it's not 10 yards, just goal line type penalty. You're giving people diseases plural. Now, we don't know if this is true. We don't know if this is true, honestly. We hear Jocelyn Savage's father come out and like, oh, R. Kelly gave her these diseases. That's not good enough. That's not good. We need more proof. That's no proof. How do we know it wasn't one of R. Kelly's cronies or niggas that worked for him or some shit that was fucking her and gave her herpes? You know what I'm saying? Because, listen, that's another thing. Like, they trying to put it all on R. Kelly and shit. Like, listen, R. Kelly be on the road sometimes, a lot of the time. So, at that house, when he not there, the workers are there. You know what I'm saying? And they getting serviced up too. You know what I'm saying? They getting served up. So it's like this is operation going on. This isn't a competition. This is a cooperation that they got. So this is matter of fact, I'm good on the STD talk and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, this shit is nasty and disgusting. We know that. But I do want to get into this clip right here because we heard how Charlamagne is talking. He's discussing, he's been trash, and all this type of shit, right? So let me just play this clip. Hold on.
Props for one thing and one thing only. Well, two things. Number one, he taught me how to eat ass.
Shout out to Kelly.
I learned how to eat ass because of the R. Kelly tape.
That's true.
And the come thing is still one of the most
legendary,
incredible things I've ever seen in my life. I still don't.
Okay, this is the real disturbing shit right here. And you know what I'm saying? Nigga said he learned how to eat ass from R. Kelly and shit like that. Now the girl in that ass eating tape, I don't think she was underage. You know what I'm saying? There never was the backlash for that part. Because I don't think that girl was underage. Okay, but let's go into the second part of the sentence. I can't even repeat what he just said. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how this guy is a man with daughters, you got to throw that in there, feels comfortable repeating or saying this shit, that something that you saw on an underage sex tape was legendary. I'm sorry, it was Andrew Schultz who said legendary, but he said it was one of the best things he ever saw. And that's a couple of things right there. That's a couple of things. That's homosexual, for one. Homosexual. Number 2, predatorial. 3, pervish. 4, pedophilia-ish. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things wrong with what this guy is saying. That kind of, you know, it disgusts me. But what he just said, because I'll be honest, I don't watch porns no more. I don't watch porns because there was a certain point. Then these are porns with adult women. They always have the disclaimer: all these girls are over 18. You know what I'm saying? We don't know about the porn industry too. That's some nasty shit that should be dissected by Lifetime too. But you know, when you realize that you watching a porn, like, yo, this is another man. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at his ass cheeks from the bottom, and it's like, yo, man. There's certain things. There's certain things that people look at and think that are just normal sex things, like running a train on a girl, or a nigga, two niggas tag team in the hoe. I remember I was having a talk with this one nigga, man. Matter of fact, I wasn't having a talk. This nigga came up talking to me. He like, yeah, man, me and my homie. Yeah, I remember we both was smashing these two girls, and I'm hitting one, he hitting one, and then we give each other high fives while we doing it. I was like, yo, I don't know, man. Maybe my mind isn't wrapped right. Maybe my mind doesn't work right, because I just can't see it in you, or see where you would want to give your homie a dap in the middle of sex with the woman. You know what I'm saying? That right there goes to show a little bit about your mind frame. That goes to show a lot about your mind frame, actually. And so there's no need for Pornhub, because listen, we got Instagram. Instagram is Pornhub and Backpage all in one. Instagram got the all-in-one service. Pornhub, you gonna come into some nasty shit that look like R. Kelly and fucking Rudy from the Cosby Show or some shit, and then your mind's gonna be fucked up, and you can't even keep scrolling no more.
Understand how a man could come and then pee right after coming and then come again. That happened.
Wait,
Mark.
that happened?
He busted a nut on this little 14-year-old girl.
Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Then he peed on me, like it was like the sperm came out, pee came out, sperm.
Yo, man, I can't even go forward with this shit. I don't even like this type of talk. There's like no women in the room. There's no women energy at all in there. It's just, I don't understand. I don't understand how this is the guy. Let me just let you hear what he said earlier on The Breakfast Club, because I can't even go forward with that clip. That shit just bothers me, man. I'm sorry. I hate that I, you know what I'm saying, even put this part in there. But it's what I'm trying to prove. That you got niggas like this talking about, oh man, I've been telling y'all R. Kelly trash, when he teaching you the game that you want to learn. Hold on.
Germany.
So what's the legal age of consent in Germany?
I have no idea.
Somebody look that up. Producers, Google that.
All right, now R. Kelly, they're saying, may also be planning to flee to Africa, according to reports.
I told y'all, I said R. Kelly leave right now. That was days ago. It might be too late. But I told him, yo, Bali, India is looking like the move for you, R. Kelly. I don't see you making it out. I don't see you making it out alive any other way. But I was reading the comments in one of the videos, man. Somebody said some real shit. They were like, yo, R. Kelly will kill himself before he goes to jail. Like, that nigga will. I honestly see that. I honestly see R. Kelly murking himself before he is taken down. He's one of those type guys. Like, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? It's clear his mental health isn't all the way there with all the shit that, you know, they're accusing him of. But just like all this shit going on, right? All this shit going on, people were leaving all these crazy comments and shit like that. But still, to this day, as you see, there have been no charges filed against R. Kelly. Why is that? When there is no statute of limitations on rape, on anything sexual. Like, there's no statute of limitations, so why aren't there any charges filed? Are they just, it's like, they just went up there, told their stories and shit, and now they're like, okay, feds, go do the job. Like, nah, bitch, you like, lifetime ain't the job. You gotta go into the courtrooms. If you want to do something official, do something official. Don't do this bullshit, like this propaganda shit where you just basically sitting back waiting on money to land into your mailbox and shit. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do.
Some tips now that investigators are getting that's his plan to flee the country. So they want to make sure that they work really hard toward charging him with the crime to keep him here.
They don't want you in Africa?
In this country.
You think you're just going to pull up to Johannesburg or Nigeria and be welcomed with open arms? They got the internet too. They know what's going on.
Now, he don't want to go to jail. He just probably going to get out there and get low.
Alright, stop. Like, we're not going to pretend like over there in Africa everything is moving the way it should be. Sorry, no, all right, we're not even going to go there. In South Africa, are you serious? South Africa that's owned by China, that's got nothing but white people living there, well, in power and shit. So Africa, that ain't really the place, you know what I'm saying, to be trying to prove moralities and shit like that. Not today's age, not today. Maybe in ancient Egypt or some shit. But today, no, we know what's going on over there. It's not because of them, you know what I'm saying, because of what's going over there or because of them. You know how many, I just seen this interview with this girl. She was from Nigeria. She was born in Nigeria. And she got adopted by this white family in Atlanta. This white family in Atlanta that works for, the father works for the CDC, Disease Control Center, whatever. And they were raping the hell out of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were sexually everything, abuse, misconduct, everything to this little girl from Africa. And then, like, they did it, they went and adopted some more. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, go back over there and get the brother and the sister. And they started doing the exact same thing to them. So, if you're talking, like, with these niggas up here talking about, oh, yeah, Africa ain't gonna want them over there. Like, nigga, stop, all right? You don't know what the fuck going on over there in Africa. This shit is nasty over there. Like, them niggas gotta do what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Niggas selling their children. You know what I'm saying? It's still the same shit. They're still selling their children. It's nasty over there. So don't act like R. Kelly wouldn't fit in.
I ain't gonna get his ass whipped.
Now,
his brothers in Africa too that'll whip his ass.
Absolutely.
does anybody think that R. Kelly's getting too much attention right now?
Oh, and 14 years old is the legal age in Germany.
Oh,
That's
wow.
why he wants to be in Germany.
That's
okay,
crazy.
so now it all makes sense. All right.
All right, well, Future is promoting his album, The Wizard, and here's what he had to say about R. Kelly getting too much attention.
Man, who is that? I thought we had forgot about that. We're giving it too much attention, you know what I'm saying?
Is that what it is?
When you give things too much attention, they blow up. That's why he gonna blow up. That's why his music gonna do what it is. Because y'all keep talking about it. Stop talking about it, it'll go away.
Who cares what Future has to say about R. Kelly at a time like this?
Now, you know, with Charlamagne saying that, like you heard earlier, all the shit that I played, like, Charlamagne is not the guy to take his word. Or really, like, you know, oh, okay, Charlamagne said it, so I could believe that. No, that he is not that guy. And why would anybody care what Future had to say? Well, Future, for one, Future has a had a song with R. Kelly on his first album, Pluto. Wasn't one of my favorites, but, you know, they did a song together and everything. I think these niggas are so, like, not up to date with their shit that they didn't even realize. They probably don't even know R. Kelly and Future has a song together. But then, so they can't even look at it from that point. They can't even look at it. Yo, you recorded, you did songs with R. Kelly. You know, he's on your first album, And he's in Future saying, we talking about it too much. We don't I don't want to talk about this guy no more. And he's like, oh, what does Future have to say? What does it care? Like Charlamagne, why would we care what you have to say when you said that you learned to eat ass from R. Kelly, from an R. Kelly sex tape, and that the whatever that you saw on that underage sex tape was legendary to you? Why would we have to care what you have to say at a time like this? You get what I'm saying? Future, for one, right now, like in the blogs and stuff, like they really trying to like smear his character as far as women goes. Oh man, Future always fucking somebody baby mother. Future always got this many baby mamas. Oh man, Sierra did better than him with Russell Wilson, all that type of shit, right? That's what they like to do with him in the blogs and shit like that. But Future is like, I think that movie Superfly was about like the real life Future. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Future, he be saying some shit in his records that fucked me a lot. I remember what song was that on that 21 Savage, I'm just stunting on my ex bitch, with Future and everything. And then at the end, you hear Future, like, Future killing it. Like that song is legendary. But you hear Future like, yo, hit her with no condom, ship her right back out the country. I'm like, yo, this nigga's on that remember the season 2 of The Wire when they was getting them girls imported on the docks and shit? That's what Future, that's what it sounded like he was involved in. He like, listen, he said, hit her with no condom, ship her right back out the country. Now that's on another level. That's another level of sex trades and sex work and all that type of shit. But we're not condemning that. Why? Because that shit that not just Future, but the Arabian princes, all these other fucking African niggas with mad money and shit that come to America, all the foreigners basically that come to America with mad money and shit, like, this is what they dabble in. This is what they lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Which is why it's protected and shit. And then what else Future said? Freddy Krueger, I promote prostitution. And listen, people will look at shit on paper. That's why rap music isn't meant for reading off of paper. That's why it's not poetry. Because it's like, when you see I promote prostitution, Freddy Krueger, some snooze and lose and whatever, and when you see that on paper, that's like, yo, what the fuck is this? There's some nasty shit going on right here. But then when you hear it in a song, people been rocking and writing, you know what I'm saying, doing all types of shit to the song for years. You know what I'm saying? Repeating it. Have no idea what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Say, yo, I promote prostitution. And these niggas, like, that song went number 1. So basically, y'all promote prostitution too. You get what I'm saying? So I said all that to say is like, yo, you can separate the music from the man. That's basically what I'm saying, because with Future saying this type of shit in his songs, shipping right back out the country, no condoms and shit like that. It's like, listen, I like the music. I'm not following no man into no fucking bedroom and see what they doing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't judge that. I'm not going to judge that. Unless you know, R. Kelly put it on camera. That's why everybody judging him. But if you don't know, you don't know. That's how a lot of people get away with it. Because what do you look like trying to check on a nigga's sex partners? You know what I'm saying? That's basically what they're trying to get the world to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how people be having sex with people and they don't, like, nobody ever knows. Like, they're trying to eliminate that. If you're having sex with somebody, you gotta say it. You gotta say it. When, where, why, how. All that. What age were you? What month was it? What you want? Like, when did your cycle start? All that type of shit. But this nigga Charlamagne, man, This nigga Charlamagne is like disgust me, man. I'm like, okay, listen, fam, because that's what these niggas like to do. They be having sex shit on their jacket, and they try to go hard on other niggas in the media to make themselves look like, oh man, I'm there's no way I could have been guilty of that because look how hard I'm going on this nigga. That's basically what they're doing, and it's like, Charlamagne, yeah, we know your story. You're gonna say, yeah, I was on trial for rape and I was exonerated. You know, that's what niggas love to say now. That's the new word. Whenever you got a sex crime or some shit and you beat it and you be like, yo, I was exonerated. No, nigga, you weren't. Like, you can't be exonerated from sex crimes or anything domestic. The allegations stick. All right, you know what I'm saying? That's why I be saying that shit about Kobe. I be like, yo, Kobe, when was the last NBA player to get accused of rape? I'm not talking about a nigga who made the league and was out in 2 years. I'm talking about a star. You know what I'm saying? A champion. The nigga that they say is almost as good as Jordan. When the last time one of them caught a fucking rape case? So yes, those allegations stick, Kobe. You lost out on some awards, and I know you got mad money pumped into you from the Lakers and all that shit, LA. But there are some people who are not going to forget those allegations and going to see the same nigga who broke Mike Bibby's nose just to get an inbound pass. We could see that nigga taking some pussy. You get what I'm saying? If you would do all that just to get an inbound pass, we know that you would rape a bitch. Or rape a woman, I'm sorry. So there are small things that you got that men and women should look at as far as rapist tendencies. You know what I'm saying? And just certain shit that people say. I don't feel that I've said anything like on Charlamagne's status this whole channel. It's just not in me to be like that. You know what I'm saying? To watch an underage sex tape. Underage sex tape. And be like, yo, what that man did was legendary. And if this was one of those Louis C.K. type of jokes, it was a bad joke. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't good. Like, you failed. But you see, it was a podcast. He said his podcast with Brilliant Idiots, with Andrew Schultz, the certified white supremacist Jew. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those Jews like from New York that swear they can get away and say whatever because they're Jewish, they're white, they're cool with everybody. They think everybody's cool with them till they get smacked up and shit. But